smoke of my worship release upon the earth. This is how I win. This is how I win. The smoke of my worship release upon the earth. Everybody say, this is how I win. This is how I win. The smoke of my worship
All right. Okay. Welcome to everyone to the November edition of the Daword Bible Quiz. We started on Monday, and obviously we're doing the final now.
All right, we are good to go, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Welcome to everyone to this November edition of the Bible Quiz. And we started on Monday, and obviously we're doing the final now. So we have our 3 finalists that made it to the final. And I'm pretty sure that it has been a very easy week for you to be here at this final. So we started with about 186 participants on Monday, and we thank God for how the week went, and well done to 3 of you for making it to the final. Now we have Jesu Dumomi, we have Oluwatobiloba, and we have Elizabeth joining us for the final tonight. Before I give you maybe a few seconds or minutes to introduce yourself to all our viewers back home, we just want to say thank you to all our viewers back home watching us tonight. And we don't want you to leave us in this alone. We want you to participate as well. So as I'll be asking the finalists their questions, and I'll be asking you viewers from home as well, and you stand a chance of winning some gifts. So as time goes on, I will tell you how we're going to do that. So we are going to be starting with our 3 finalists tonight. But before I continue, if you want to do just a brief introduction about yourself, tell us your name. You can tell us where you study if you're a student, or where you work if you're not a student. Just brief introduction about you, and how did you find the book of Genesis chapters 1 to 25? I know we've only done the half, we are now halfway of the book of Genesis. So how did you find it? What did you learn from it? So I would want us to, as they always say, ladies first. So I want us to start with Elizabeth. Tell us what you learned during the week.
Okay, my name is Elizabeth Ogunwale, and I'm a COP member at NIPS Kuru in Jos.
Okay.
What I learned from Genesis 1 verse 25, I think it will be faith. Even when things do not look like it's going to happen, you have to believe God's word and understand that what he says is true. Wow. So that's what I learned.
Wow, I like that. Faith. Faith goes a long way. Well done for that. Over to you, Jesu Dumomi.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Jesu Dumomi Okonawo. I school in University of Ilorin, Kwara State. I'm also from Kwara State.
Oh, okay.
So what I learned from the book of Genesis, I think from chapter 1, I learned how great God is, how he created the world in 6 days. It's a well-known story, but reading it again just brings it to mind of how great our God is. And then echoing what the psalmist says, that when he considers the work of his hands, that you can only ask that what is man, that you are mindful of him. So that's one of the things I learned from the book of Genesis.
Fantastic. God is great. I like that. Faith, God is great. Now over to you, Oluwatobiloba, rather. So what did you learn from the book of Genesis chapters 1 to 25?
Yeah, I learned the story of Noah, how he was the only upright man in his generation. Meaning, anywhere we find ourselves, we should always uphold the tenets of Christ himself, no matter what is happening in our surroundings.
Fantastic. Well done to 3 of you. So in order not to waste much time, so this is how I'm going to be asking you tonight. We have 5 categories. I know we sent the email out already, but just for our viewers back home, we have 5 categories. The first one is going to be multiple choice. The second one is going to be true or false. The third one is going to be identity. You tell me who the person is. The fourth one is going to be scriptures. Where can we find this in the Bible? And don't worry about that. I will tell you the book and the chapter. So you need to tell me the verse, because I know you'll be like, And the last one is going to be logic, which involves a little bit of mathematics. So, and I'll be telling you the point for each category as we go along. So anytime I'm not asking you a question, if you can mute, you understand, just to avoid background noise. To all our viewers back home, each time I ask, from each category, we have 4 questions from each category. 3 will be taken by our 3 finalists. So the only one left, I'm going to ask the viewers back home. So the first person to get the answer right, we're going to give you a gift. So that's how we roll. So, but if you can, do not answer now. Our viewers back home, don't answer now, because if you answer now and somebody's watching, one of the finalists watching the channel, they might pick up the answer. I'm just saying. So just to make everything transparent and fair. So, but when it comes to your own question, I will let you know, online viewers. So well done again for joining us tonight. So I'm going to be starting tonight, like I said earlier on, ladies first. So I'm going to be starting with Elizabeth. Though we wrote your name down to start first, we didn't even know that maybe you're going to be the only lady in the house. So let me see if, okay. Multiple choice, Elizabeth. You have between question number 1 to 4. If you choose any number between question number 1 to 4, please, Elizabeth.
3.
Okay, question number 3 to you. This is 1 point each, by the way. So these were Keturah's children, except We all know who Keturah was in the Bible. A, Jokshan. B, Teba. C, Zimran. And D, Midian. A, Jokshan. B, Teba. C, Zimran. And D, Midian. Your time starts now. It's 10 seconds for this category.
Jokshan.
So you are choosing A, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, is that your final answer?
Yes.
Okay, so A is your final answer, Elizabeth. I'm afraid to say that is not the correct answer. The answer is, does anyone know the answer?
Teba.
Teba, that's the correct answer. Teba was not one of the children, Keturah's children. We all know who Keturah was anyway, Abraham's concubine. So I'm moving over to Jesu Dumomi. If you want to tell me your question number, please, except question number 3.
Number 4.
Question number 4. This is for you, Jesu Dumomi. Question number 4. All these families came from Canaan, the son of Ham, except all these families came from Canaan except A, Gishites, B, Hivites, C, Amorites, and D, Archites. A, Gishites, B, Hivites, C, Amorites, and D, Archites. Your time starts now.
D, Archites.
Archites. Okay, is that your final answer?
Yes.
All right. How confident are you?
90%.
90%. Wow. Okay, I like that. But I'm afraid to tell you that it's not 90%. It's not the correct answer. The correct answer is Gishites. Okay. So the correct answer is Gishites. Okay. There's nothing like Gishites, but you have Hivites, you have Amorites, and you have Archites. So when you were studying the Bible of, can anyone tell me that, okay, you know, what happened to Ham? You know what actually happened to him? The way he was cursed by his father. And all these Hivites, Amorites, you know, Jebusites, they all came from Ham. So the correct answer, A. So you didn't get that right, just to do mommy. So over to you, Oluwatobilola. Oluwatobiloba. I don't know why I keep on calling you Oluwatobilola.
Question 7.
So you only have question number 1 and 2 left. It's between question number 1 and 4.
Okay, number 2.
Question number 2 for you. Okay. Ishmael became an archer whilst dwelling in the wilderness of A, Mamre, B, Shur, C, Paran, or Paran, whichever one, and D, Kedash. A,
Paran.
Okay. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Okay, that's the correct answer. Paran is the correct answer. Wilderness of Paran. So that brings us to the end of this category. But before we move on to the next one, obviously, Tobiloba, you have 1 point, and then Jesu Dumomi and Elizabeth is 0 point for now. We still have 4 categories to go anyway. So, but before we move on, I'm going to be asking the online viewers their own question back home. So it's going to be 10 seconds. The first person to get it right will get a prize. I think we have question number 1 left. No one picked question number 1, and this is what I'm going to be asking our viewers back home. Which of the river heads from the Garden of Eden goes around the whole land of Cush? I will repeat it again. If you can mute, please. Which of the river heads from the Garden of Eden goes around the whole land of Cush? Cush. You know the 4 river heads, okay? A, Euphrates, B, Gihon, C, Pishon, and D, Edekel. A, Euphrates, B, Gihon, C, Pishon, and D, Edekel. The time for the online viewers start now. Okay. I'm sure many answers would have come in through the comments box. So we are going to be picking up the correct one later, the first person to get it right. So we're not going to be accepting any Any more answers? Because we're going to say, I'm going to be asking the finalists the answer to that question now. So we're not going to be accepting anyone from now on. Okay, does anyone know the answer to that? Is it Euphrates, Gihon, Pishon, or Idekel? The river that goes around the whole land of, yes, Gihon, that's the correct answer. Was that Elizabeth, yeah?
Yes.
Should have chosen number one. All right, okay, so that brings us to the end of this category. So let's move on to the next category. But before we start, just to tell the finalists and all our viewers back home, we have another group, which I'm going to be announcing the winner of that group. The group is called Finalist Group. So anyone that gets to the final, your next episode, you move on to that group for 2 months before you come back to this group. The main reason is because just to make it fair enough for everyone, you understand? Because I know there are some Bible scholars that if you allow everybody to be in this group, they'll be coming every month, winning every month. So 3 of you move on to the finalist group for 2 months. You're still going to be, you're still going to be participating, but you're going to be in a different group. So, and as time goes on, we'll send you more information on that. Okay. So, but I'm going to be announcing the winner for that group. At the moment, we have 7 people in that group. Okay. So I'm going to be announcing the winner for that group. So it's got nothing to do with this group. All right. So let's move on to true or false. This is 1 point each, and it's going to be between question number 1 to 4. Okay. This time around, we are starting with Jesu Dumomi, followed by Oluwato Biloba, then Elizabeth. Jesu Dumomi, choose your number, please, between question number 1 to 4.
Or 2.
Number 2, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, number 2. Salah or Salah, whichever one you want to say, but obviously if you're a football fan, let me just call it the way it is. Salah was from the lineage of Ham. Salah was from the lineage of Ham. True or false? Your time starts now. 10 seconds.
False.
False. Okay. How confident are you regarding that answer?
50%.
50%. Okay, now you're behaving yourself now. You're not saying 90% anymore. Fantastic. Okay, and I'm afraid to tell you that the correct answer is not true, but it is false. So you are right. Well done. Okay, so Salah was from Shem, not Am. Okay, he was from the lineage of Shem. Let me tell you something. Let me be sincere. I only got to know when we were studying. I've read Genesis a couple of times, but I only got to know about this when we were studying it this week. And that's the thing about the Bible. You keep on learning new things. Even if you've read it for 10 times, the 11th time you learn new things. So I just thought to mention that. Okay, let's move on to Toby. Toby, your question number, please.
Number 3.
Number 3 for Toby. Gomer, Gomer. Gomer was Ashkenaz's dad. Ashkenaz is Ashkenaz. Gomer was Ashkenaz's dad. True or false? Your time starts now.
False.
False. Okay. All right. How confident are you about that answer?
10.
10. Okay. You are very sincere. That's not the correct answer. The correct answer is true. Can anyone tell me Gomer's dad? Gomer, Gomer. Let me make it easier. One of the sons of Noah.
Japheth.
Yes, that's right. I know by the time I said one of the sons of Noah. Yeah, Japheth was the dad. And Gomer was Ashkenaz's dad. Okay, so that's true. Okay, so let's move on to Elizabeth. Over to you.
1.
Okay. Enoch was 75 years old when his son Methuselah was born. Enoch was 75 years old when his son Methuselah was born. True or false? Your time starts now.
False.
False. Okay. How confident are you regarding that answer?
20, 30. No.
So 30%, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, then. Okay, the answer is not true, but the answer is false. So I don't know why you said 30%, you know. Okay, you got that right. So the answer is, he was actually at the age of 65 years old that Methuselah was born. Enoch was 65 when Methuselah was born. So you got that right. So this is the end of, we've come to the end of this second stage. of the category. We have 3 categories to go. But before we move on, I'm going to be asking our viewers back home again. This is your time. Question number 4 has not been taken. So I'm going to be asking our viewers back home. You have to be as quick as possible to be the first person to get it right. And it's for 10 seconds. Terah, Abraham's dad, Terah died in Canaan. True or false? The time starts now. Terah died in Canaan. True or false? Okay. All right. So that brings us to the end of this category. So we are moving on to the 3rd category. At this stage, we have 1 point each for everyone. Okay. So 1 point each for everyone. I think I'm right, yeah? Okay, so let's move on to the next category, identity. Identity. So I'll be asking you that, who is the mother of Jesus? Tell me, Mary, okay? We are starting with Toby, followed by Elizabeth, and followed by Jesu Dumami. This stage is going to be 2 points each. This is not 1 point now, it's 2 points each. So Toby, question number 1 to 4, please.
Question 4.
Question number 4, Toby. Okay, I refused to sell my vineyard to the king of Samaria, and his wife eventually planned my death. I refused to sell my vineyard to the king of Samaria, and obviously because of this action, his wife eventually planned my death. Who am I? Your time starts now. 10 seconds.
Naboth.
You didn't even allow me to press the time. How confident are you about that?
Let's say 50.
50, okay. You are right. That's the correct answer, okay? Naboth, that's the correct answer. And we all know the story. Who was the woman? Can you tell me the name of the woman?
Jezebel.
Jezebel, okay. All right, so let's move on to Elizabeth. Question number, between question number 1 to 3, please.
So,
question number 2, Elizabeth. Okay, a king of the Amalekites. I was a king of the Amalekites. I was defeated by Saul and his army. Saul was instructed to kill me, but I was spared by him instead. Who am I? The time starts now.
Joab.
Okay. All right. So Joab is your final answer. Okay, let me say with the little knowledge I have about the Bible, Joab seems to be a commander of
King. I know that, but there's no other name.
Just wanted to, I like that.
I don't want the time to.
I really like your spirit. Instead of saying I'm not giving you an answer, you just, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so it wasn't Joab, it was Haggard.
All right.
A-G-A-G, Haggard, okay? And can anyone tell me what happened thereafter? Does anyone?
That was when God sent Samuel to tell Saul that he's no longer going to be king.
Fantastic. All right, let's move on. We are moving on to Jesu Dumami. Your question number, please.
Number
1 for Jesu Dumami. I'm an Ephraimite. I had 2 wives, and one of my sons grew up in the house of the Lord. Who am I? I'm an Ephraimite. I had 2 wives, and one of my sons grew up in the house of the Lord. The time starts now.
Elkanah.
That's the correct answer. Well done. Elkanah is the correct answer. So that brings us to the end of this stage. We have 2 more categories to go. But before we move on, you have question number 3 left. So online viewers, this is your time again. King of Gath. I was a king of Gath, G-A-T-H. When David saw me, he pretended like a madman. Who am I? When David saw me, he pretended like a madman. Who am I? Time starts now, online viewers. Okay. Can anyone tell me the answer? The time is up for the online viewers. Can anyone tell me?
Arches.
Yeah, Akesh. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's kind of like all these Hebrew name or whatever, Philistine name or something. Akesh, Achish. Okay, you are right. Well done. So let's move on to the next category, which is going to be scriptures. It's going to be scriptures, and this is going to be 2 points each. I'm just going to be asking you that where is this written in the Bible? Okay. We're going to give you heads up about the chapter, the book and the chapter, but I'm not going to tell you the verse just to make it easier for you, okay? I think that's fair enough, isn't it? Yeah. So, all right. So let's start with Elizabeth, followed by Jesu Dumomi, then Toby. So your question number between question number 1 to 4, Elizabeth.
1.
Question number 1, Elizabeth. Okay. Now, everything is going to be in the book of Proverbs, okay? Whoever digs a pit will fall into it, and he who rolls a stone will have it rolled upon him. Where is this written in the scripture? Proverbs chapter 26, verse, over to you. The time starts now. Whoever digs a pit will fall into it, and he who rolls a stone will have it rolled back on him. Proverbs 26, verse
7.
Okay, so your time is up. Verse 7, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm afraid to say that's not the correct answer. I wish you could put 2 in front of the 7 to make it Proverbs 26:27, okay? So that's not the correct answer. So we are moving on to Jesu Dumomi. The question number, please.
Question 2.
Question number 2. As iron sharpens iron, so a man sharpens the countenance of his friend. As iron sharpens iron, so a man sharpens the countenance of his friend. Proverbs chapter 27, verse, over to you. Your time starts now.
Verse 17.
Okay, verse 17. Are you sure about that? Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, your time is up. So the answer is not Proverbs 27, 18, 19, 20, or whatever. It's 17. You are right. Yes, Proverbs 27, 17. That's correct. Well done. Okay, we are moving on to Toby. Your question number, please.
Question 1.
Okay, that's been taken already.
Okay,
2.
4.
So you have between 3 and 4. Okay, 4. But the path of the just is like the shining light or shining sun that shines ever brighter unto the perfect day. It's written in the book of Proverbs chapter 4, verse, over to you. The path of the just is like the shining light or shining sun that shines ever brighter unto the perfect day. Proverbs 4. You have 2 seconds left.
6. 6. I'm not sure.
6, yeah? How confident are you regarding that answer?
0%. I'm not
Okay.
sure.
Proverbs 4, 6. I really love your honesty, honestly, you know, because that's not the correct answer. The correct answer is Proverbs chapter 4, verse 18. Okay. So that brings us to the end of this category. So I'm going to tell you the scores before I ask our online viewers the last question from this category. So as it stands, we have Jesu Dumomi 5 points. We have Toby 3 points, and we have Elizabeth 1 point. Okay. Jesu Dumomi 5 points, Toby 3 points, and Elizabeth 1 point. So before we go to the last category, which is going to be logic, which means of mathematics, let me ask the category the last question from this. Don't forget that the first person to get it right, so, and it's only 10 seconds. The question number that hasn't been taken. Question number 3. Do you see a man who excels in his work? He will stand before kings. He will not stand before unknown men. Where is that written? In the book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse, over to our online viewers. Your time starts now. Okay. So that's the end of this category. Before I move on, does anyone know where that is written in the scripture? Do you see any man who excels in his work? He will stand before kings, he will not stand before unknown men. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 29. 29. Yeah? Correct answer is verse 29. Okay, so we're moving on to the last category, which is logic. So between question number 1 to 4, this is 2 points each as well. So we are starting with Jesu Dumomi, followed by Toby, then Elizabeth. Go ahead, Jesu Dumomi.
Question 2.
Question number 2. Add 10, this is addition, okay? Add 10 to the number of years the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah served Kedolama. I always struggle with this name. Kedolama, okay? King of Hilam. I'm going to repeat that. Add 10 to the number of years the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah served Kedolama, king of Elam. A, 22. B, 23. C, 24. And D, 25. The time starts now.
A, 22.
That's the correct answer in order not to waste time. Well done. That's the correct answer. Okay, so we are moving on to the question number, please.
Question 4.
Question number 4. Subtraction, okay? Subtract 7 from the age Seth died. S-E-T-H. Subtract 7 from the age Seth died. A, 800. B, 905. C, 923. And D, 955.
923.
923. Okay. I'm afraid that's not the correct answer. The correct answer is 905. Okay. He died at the age of 912 minus 7. That gives us 905. So we're moving on to Elizabeth. Your question number, please.
Hey.
Question number 3. Okay. Multiplication. Okay. Multiply by 3 the worth of the land, obviously in shekels of silver. Okay. Multiply by 3 the worth of the land where Abraham buried Sarah, his wife. A, 1,800. B, 1,500. C, 1,200. And D, 900. The time starts now.
1,200.
1,200. Are you confident about that answer?
Yes.
You are. Okay. So that's the correct answer. Well done. 1,400 times 3. Okay. 1,200. Okay. So that brings us to the end of this category, or let me say the quiz, but I can see a tie here between second and third position. But before we get to that, let me ask the online viewers the last question for the night. For the online viewers. Question number 1 was not taken, okay? So to our online viewers, I'm sure you're ready. Subtraction. Subtract 3 from the number of Abraham's armed servants. If you can mute for now, please. Subtract 3 from the number of Abraham's armed servants that went with him to rescue Lot and others from captivity. I'm going to repeat that. Subtract 3 from the number of Abraham's armed servants that went with him to rescue Lot and others from captivity. A, 297. B, 309. C, 315. And D, 377. Your time starts now for the online viewers. Okay, that brings us to the end. Can anyone tell me the answer to that question, please?
315.
315.
Say that again?
315.
315.
315, because 318 servants went with him, divided minus 3, yeah. So that's right. So that brings us to the end of the quiz. So let me tell you the final score. Jesu Dumomi, you have 7 points. Toby, 3 points. Elizabeth, 3 points. Okay, so that's a tie between Toby and Elizabeth. So you are the winner for tonight, Jesu Dumomi. So
Thank you.
Yeah, you just stay there while we because I'm going to be asking Toby and Elizabeth more questions, okay? So now, Elizabeth, between question number 1 to 7, okay? Choose any number, please.
2.
Number 2. Okay. Lamech, which is Lamech, the son of Methuselah, had 2 wives. The name of one was Zillah, and the name of the other was Dash. The time starts now. Lamech, the son of Methuselah, had 2 wives. The name of one was Zillah, and the name of the other was
Ada.
Okay, how confident are you regarding that answer?
50.
50, okay, 50. All right, that is not the wrong answer, but that is the correct answer. So well done. So over to you, Toby. If you get this wrong, that means Elizabeth will be second, okay? But if you get it right, then I will ask you another question. What question number?
7.
Question number 7 for Toby. Cain went out from the presence of the Lord and dwelt in the land of Dash on the east of Eden.
Nod.
That's the correct answer. So, okay, next question number, Elizabeth.
5.
2 and 7 have been taken.
5.
Number 5. Okay, who am I? Okay. Peter prayed for my restoration back to life by saying, Tabitha, arise. And I opened my eyes, and when I saw him, I sat up. Who am I? Your time starts now.
Dorcas. Dorcas.
Okay, that's your final answer. Are you confident about that answer or not?
No, not.
You are not. Okay. When are you going to be confident about your answer, Elizabeth? Yeah, that is the correct answer. Dorcas is the correct answer. Okay, you got it right. Okay, over to you, Toby.
Question 5.
Question number 5. Okay. Oh, that was what question number did you take now? You just took it now, Elizabeth.
5, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. 4.
Number 4. Who was the grandfather of Hirad? Hirad. Who was the grandfather of Hirad? I like your expression, Toby. Who was the grandfather of Hirad? Your time starts now.
Hirad. That should be Noah, I think. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Noah.
Your time is up. So what's your final answer?
I said Noah.
Noah. Okay, Noah is your final answer. Just to mommy Elizabeth, did he get it right or wrong?
I don't think he got it right.
Okay, tell me the answer, Elizabeth.
I don't know the answer. Well, I think maybe between Mehujel or something. I don't know.
Okay. Okay, give me a name, just to mommy. What do you think the answer?
I don't know.
Okay, the correct answer is Cain. Cain. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Cain, yes. Irad. Irad. Cain. That's the correct answer. Cain was the grandfather of Irad. So that brings us to the end of this quiz for tonight. Well done to 3 of you. Like I said before, when we started, we started with many participants. I just want to say thank you to all the participants as well that participated for Monday. If you didn't make it to the final, the next edition is around the corner. We do it every month. So well done to the 3 of you. Like I always say, all of you are winners, okay? So, but before we move on, I need to announce the winner of the other group. The 3 of you will go to the finalist group next month. You'll be there for 2 months before you come back to this normal group, okay? Yeah, but you're still going to be attempting your own set of quiz as well, okay? And the winner from that group wins $50, okay, from the other group. Now, the winner from the finalist group, is going to be the person that got 174.7 points. The way we normally do from the other group is the semi-final and the final we have to discuss together. It's different from, they don't need to come live, but we do it like through the quiz link. So the winner got 174.7, and that's Olamide. Olamide is the winner of the finalist group. Okay, so we are going to be sending out the leaderboard score immediately after this live show. So the winner from this group is Jesu Dunomi. Congratulations. And I'm going to be saying congrats to Elizabeth and Toby as well. And obviously, we'll be looking forward to seeing you again next month. So that brings us to the end of this quiz. Pastor James.
God bless us in Jesus' name. Congratulations to all our finalists and to the person that come first. God continue to strengthen you all and the Lord perfect all that concerns your life in Jesus' name. We have a few lists from our viewers that are also that participated and also able to win some of our gifts made available. And I'm going to go through their names and give them the necessary instruction on how they are going to get their gifts. So I'm going to run through the name. The first person that participated that also won from home is Olamide Oluwole. Olamide Oluwole participated through the online platform. Number 2, Kayode Abel. Kayode Abel is also to make some things there. Then number 3, we have Oladamola Jemima. Oladamola Jemima. We have number 4. Yeah.
Okay.
Oladamola Jemima. Number 4, Adeyemo Olamide again. That is different from Olamide Oluwole.
That Olamide Oluwole.
Yes.
Yeah, sir. That Olamide
number
Oluwole.
5.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, we have 5 of them because of the 5 categories we have. So
okay.
We have Kayode Abel. We have Kayode Abel.
Okay. I think you've called that name already, Kayode Abel.
Oh, sorry. Is Sophia Ita. Sophia Ita.
Okay.
Sophia Ita is the 5th person.
Sophia Ita, okay.
Sophia Ita.
That Olamide Oluwole, I need to confirm because it seems to be from the finalist group.
Okay, all right.
And if I need to confirm if it's from the finalist group, it's not allowed. That was the instruction sent out.
Okay, all right. That will be struck out after the confirmation.
But I'll get back to you once I see I'm not sure if the last name is Oluwole, but I'll get back to you.
Okay, all right. That is fine. So they are going to get their gift by sending a WhatsApp message to the following number to be called now. +234 805625 7816 +234 805625 7816. Again, for the last time, +234 805625 7816. Just send a WhatsApp message to us with the proof of the names that are also mentioned. And King of Glory bless you with the gifts that we have for everyone. God bless you, really good. Once again, we appreciate every one of us. God bless you, really good. All right, the closing remark from you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Pastor. These names, they were taken from Facebook and YouTube, isn't it?
Yes, both Facebook and YouTube.
That's fine.
Both
Then,
Facebook and YouTube.
The book for next month, because I know some people are waiting for this. Obviously, I think we should all know the book for next month. It's still going to be Genesis, chapter 25 to 50. So that means within 2 months, you've completed the book of Genesis, okay? So that's going to be the book for next month quiz. And the winner of, I think we've got your details. We'll get back to you, to all the finalists. I think there's one more announcement that I need to make. Okay, if you've not registered before and you want to participate from next month, please send your email to revivalfiream, revivalfiream@gmail.com. Or you can visit our page on Instagram, Daword Official. Once you visit the page, Instagram page, then you get more information through the page. So thank you and God bless you, all our viewers. Thanks for joining us, all the finalists and all the participants. We're looking forward to seeing you again next month. God bless you all. Thank you, Pastor James. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you, sir. Bye for now, sir.
Okay. God bless you all. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Bye. Yeah.
Rose up to the Father, noises, tongues, and bliss, where the rest was to my worship. Hey! Fragrance of my worship, rose up to the Father, noises, tongues, smoke of my worship. This is all I